Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead. Perhaps one of the best readings that I have seen, not only this week, but certainly this year, perhaps even that I've ever seen for a star sign. So amazing. We've got 4 major arcana cards right at the beginning of your reading. So quite a big week, big shift, big revelations, big understandings, big letting go. Typically, when you have lots of major arcana, it's a sign that the universe is assisting, guiding, bringing forward lessons for you to understand and unveil. We start with the Temperance card here. It's quite a quiet energy, but a lovely energy. The fact that you've got so much water within the card, and obviously Cancer being a water sign, emotionally feeling in a much more of an equilibrium, feeling much more restored, refreshed. I know that some of the readings over the past couple of weeks have been perhaps a little bit more challenging. And I know that a couple of weeks ago I said, well, just have faith, just have trust that things will get better. And it seems that this is certainly the breaking of the clouds for the ray of sunshine to shine through. So definitely brighter days ahead, particularly as we have the sunrise right at the beginning, right in the background, excuse me. A little encouragement here to do a bit of an emotional stock check in with how you're doing. It's not necessarily a time to get caught up in the kind of the everyday tasks. We know that responsibilities, household chores, all of those will always need to be done. But just please ensure that you're carving out a little bit of time for you, really, for what you need. Check in with yourself. That can be meditation, that can be yoga, that can be sound bath, that can be a walk in nature, whatever it is you need that just is really deeply nourishing. And I do feel that there's a bit of an emotional purge happening for you this week. That isn't expressed in kind of tears necessarily, or in any way that is literally upsetting to upset the balance, but rather expressed in a way of just, feeling as though we're able to let things go, whether that's been previous anxieties, things that have been playing on your mind for a while, just really settling in, so you can really press through that sense and that feeling by just carving out a bit of time to check in with yourself. How am I doing? What do I need? And how can I process some of these last residual parts of the emotional challenges that there have been for the past couple of weeks? We then move on to the Fool card, which is lovely, particularly in conjunction with the Judgment card here too. The Judgment card is often listening to the call. It's a very spiritual card. We've got Archangel Gabriel there blowing his horn, and these people kind of rising up. This is the rebirth card to the Death card that is earlier in the deck. And the Fool card is very gladly listening and responding to that call. Don't be surprised if this week you're feeling very optimistic, things are feeling very aligned, you're feeling very in flow. It is important that you stay receptive and open to the signs of the universe, things like angel numbers, synchronicities, messages from your guides. This is usually evidence that you're on the right path, you're moving in the right direction. So don't be surprised if there's a heightened sense of that. And just the Fool card is really encouraging you to embrace opportunity, be open and receptive to whatever life might bring you. This isn't necessarily a time to make lots of plans and figure stuff out and where should I be moving next and what. There's a real sense the universe got your back this week. So just trust, just believe, just surrender. Surrender is a great word here, to be able to just open yourself up to whatever the universe may present you. And that may come in very unexpected ways. So sometimes if we've got plans are great. It gives us a focus. It helps us know what that we're trying to manifest. But another way to manifest is through complete surrender and just being completely open to whatever life may bring. So I would really encourage you to take this attitude of yes, take on things that otherwise you may ordinarily push to one side and go, no, that's not for me. be much more open and receptive than usual. And that will lead very much to the world. It's lovely to see the sequencing of the Judgment card, which is number 20, and the World card, which is 21. So there's a sense of completion. There's a sense of it's just amazing. This is why, again, I was very, very excited to see this reading. It's almost quite difficult to put into words because it's not about the everyday. This isn't an everyday week for you, Cancer. I would probably be as bold as to say this may be one of the most seminal weeks for you this year, or one of the most transformative or pivotal weeks this year. And in some ways that might be difficult to kind of articulate. This isn't a reading that's, oh, focus on your relationships, focus on your business, focus on the home. It goes much, much kind of further and beyond that. And I really like this image of the cloud suddenly breaking and this burst of sunshine coming through, as exemplified with the sun in the Fool card. And therefore, there was another sign this week where that sense of revelation happening. I believe it was Virgo, but there are a few star signs this week where some of the answers that we've been hoping for, some of the illumination, some of the knowledge and understanding that has eluded us for some time is finally falling within our lap, and that is a real sense here. It's always an interesting pair as well, the World card and the Fool card, because the World is the end, it's the cycles of death and rebirth, and the Fool is being reborn. So it's the 21 into the 0, and then the Fool goes through the whole process of life and then ends up at the World and cycles through. So lots and lots of things ending and beginning this week. And anything that you need to let go of, just don't even question it. The most helpful thing you could do this week is just to not question, not interfere. Just take your hands off the steering wheel and just say, okay, universe, I'll let you drive the car for a week, because wherever I need to end up is where I need to end up. And that may sometimes require a bit of a swerve, a bit of a curveball that you hadn't predicted or hadn't necessarily assumed that was going to happen. If you fight and you think, no, I've got to be in charge, I've got to be in command, then that's going to disrupt what would otherwise be an amazing process. We land on the 3 of Wands here. Lovely to see. The world being the oyster. The horizon is very, very low in this card. In some cards, even the Fool card, there's lots of mountains, there's lots of things to potentially overcome, and here it's just wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to create, this is a perfect opportunity to be able to do so. Focus more on potential rather than on obstacles this week. Don't spend your time thinking, oh, is this going to happen, will it happen, how am I going to manage this? That is a complete waste of time. Really exciting time. Just a final word of advice, therefore. Make sure that you're communicating with the universe. It may sound a bit strange, but do literally talk out loud and express what you want, what you hope for. Ask for guidance, ask for clarification, ask for assistance, ask for signs this week, because they will come in thick and fast. So exciting for you, Cancer. So I hope that helps. I shall see you next week. In the meantime, be sure to check out your rising sign and your moon sign if you want some more details. That might give a bit more of a practical advice on the backdrop of this, which feels very, very large and exciting. And I shall see you then. Have a wonderful week. Bye for now.